Hey Sagittarius, welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. Today's read is a general read for the collective of Sagittarius. That means anybody that has Sagittarius anywhere in their chart, this message is meant for you. May not necessarily be your message. It may be a message for the person sitting next to you that has Sagittarius in their chart, but please be aware that since you are observing this message, my intent is truly to get this message directed to you. Please keep in mind that Spirit may decide to hijack this message, and you may be sitting there watching the read wondering, what does this have to do with anything being against me? That's because Spirit hijacked the message. Please also be aware that if it's in regards to an individual, depending upon how tight-knit your energies are, the message can be directed to them about you, to you about them. It can be, this section is their intent towards you, this section is your intent towards them, this section is your intent towards them, this section is their intent towards you. You follow me? It can be flip-flop through the whole read. So please pay close attention if that's the case. Apply where appropriate. Do not twist the message to fit your situation. This message is a story of things that have happened to you already. So as this is going and progressing, you should be able to say, yep, that happened. Yep, that happened. That's me. Okay? Please don't twist it to fit your situation. It never works out and actually does more harm than good. Okay, with all that being said, you should recognize this message within the first couple of minutes. And if you do not relate, resonate, ring-a-ding, anything with this message, I do encourage you to please go observe your other natal chart zodiacs. Please remember that we have more than just the sun, moon, rising, and Venus, which is thought, feelings, emotions, actions, and relationships. You have more zodiacs than that, more constellations you're born under. Those are just the main targets for focal points and reads, okay? But you also have more zodiacs, so please do not disregard those if you go to observe other natal chart zodiacs. You may miss out on a more important message in one of those. But that is completely up to you whether you wish to go observe those other natal chart zodiacs or not. All right. So with all that being said, you can see that I have the main tarot down. And to recognize, I'm going to backtrack here for a second. To recognize whether or not this is or is not your message, you should recognize it by the time we hit this point right here. This is your current circumstances. This is recent past. And this is what you are currently thinking, or what you think is against you, okay? By the time you hit this, you should be able to recognize whether or not this is or is not your message. So, we do have the main tarot down. I have the Dark Mirror Oracle in the center here for current circumstances. And then we have the main tarot, which is in between. We're going to do a quick rundown, an overview of the main tarot. Then we'll do clarification, and then we'll ask for some guidance from Spirit once we do all the clarification to try to fine-tune the message a little bit. Before we begin, I would like to ask Spirit to come forward and assist Sagittarius in opening their eyes to see, their ears to hear, their heart to feel, and their intuition to discern the message that they are about to receive. I'm trying to get this done really quick before I have to turn the light on, but I may end up having to turn the light on while we're going through this. Okay, so in the very center, and I do want to bring to note that earlier today, I tried to do a second read for you. Originally, for all the other reads that I have, you were my first one to read because you were the first one in this go-around to start with. Your audio did not come through, but everybody else's did. I had 3 more reads to finish up in order to complete everything. So then I went to go back and read yours as well again for the second time. None of those reads came out with audio, interestingly enough. So here we are, a third read. And with your second read, and mind you, the first read, so far the first 2 have actually, your reads are the same, okay? Now this one, you have the same exact card, but it is in reverse this time. It flew around in reverse. So from 3 or 4 hours ago, to your current circumstances, there's been a change, but it's still the same card. So I want to point that out. I find that very interesting, and it's also, proof to me that the tarot is actually a message coming from. So those of you that question tarot, and even I at times question until I have something like that happen, and then I'm like, yeah, thank you for reaffirming, right? So just so you can follow along with me. But I do take notes and kind of put a header of what every zodiac's message summarizes to. The very first one we had, overcoming with daily deception, okay? Overcoming daily deception because you're being lied to all the time, or feeling like you're being lied to. Your second one, there's regretting a path that you chose, right? That was in there, but it was upright and it had another card with it. Now we have this one, which is the Black Flower Fragrance in reverse. This is your third read, and I'm praying the audio works on this one finally, because I'm going to check it before I finish up. But with it in the upright, this is you saying, to hell with everything. You're it's kind of a bipolar moment to where you're like, I have a lot of love, I have a lot of feelings, but screw it all, right? And that's where it sits in the upright. Now in the reverse, we're reversing that. So now you're like, I care, but I don't want to deal. So that's where you're sitting currently, okay? And so for the recent past, we have the Star, maintaining the belief that you will attain the wish that you have put out there. Your thought process of what's against you, is it going to be worth putting forth the effort and working on it? And it can also be your career, your finances, where you sit financially, your career, whether or not it's stable for you or not, how much work or effort you have to put into it. This is a chatty Cathy situation here. I didn't even look at it. I just set them in order. This is your support. What is against you in your support? So we have the Ace of Cups, filling up your cup, being emotionally happy, new love, cutting away Queen of Swords, what doesn't fit, Five of Cups, regretting, sadness, depression, Nine of Cups, fulfilling your own wishes, Seven of Coins, investing. And then overall here we have that fell out by itself, strength. So trying to summarize this for you, it is you're trying to fill your own cup up and cut away what doesn't fit into your life. However, your emotions are still discombobulated on wanting to attain your wish, right? And invest into that. So you're doing your best to stay as strong as you can. So basically you feel like things are against you and trying to find your happiness. That's the summary. That's what I got out of it. You can interpret it how you wish. Then what is the possible outcome? We have the Three of Wands, Three of Coins, and Nine of Swords. So you put out a call, you put out a manifestation, you sent it out to the universe and the divine, right? And you're waiting for it to come to you so that you can then have things work together. But it's, it's wearing on you, it's draining on you, it's stressing you out while you're waiting for that to come in and for it to work for you. And again, this can be in regards to your job, your career. It can be a relationship, but I'm not really seeing that right now. Your love, the Ace of Cups, it's an inner love. It's an inner happiness. It's not always revolving an emotional love with a partner. It can be just making yourself, loving yourself and being happy with yourself. I just wanted to touch base with the Ace of Cups there if you are questioning that. All right, so the bottom of the deck here of this, we have the Seven of Swords, reevaluating a path because of some things that were done to become financially stable, independent, confident, and then move towards a commitment. There's a painful ending with a partner, and there was a lot of feelings in regards to that. So you focused on the pressures of the world that were put on you, and you were determined to move steadily forward towards building something stable for yourself. When there was a sudden realization that somebody in your community that you care about had some secrets, there were some unknowns, or there are some unknowns in regards to that individual, things that are not being revealed, that closes out a cycle. That's a little confusing. I think that's another story in itself right there. But we get the gist of this situation, and that kind of leads toward, as we read deeper into there, this leads toward that other part. But we're going to focus on this main part right here now, which is, reevaluating a path so that you can be confident and financially stable and move towards, understanding and a commitment. Okay, so let's do some clarification here. Please clarify black flower fragrance in reverse for Sagittarius. What is against Sagittarius, please? Okay, so we have this. You're clinging to the past. Putting forth the effort, determined to turn that wheel. And focusing on the past. So you can have that. So yeah, you're just clinging to the past, needing to move forward, needing to leave the past behind so you can move towards that Two of Cups, move towards what's more beneficial, your star, the things that you want. And instead, you're like, Please clarify the star, recent past for Sagittarius. What was against Sagittarius in the recent past, please? Let's clarify the star. And could be a Leo, but you're definitely trying to maintain, stay strong, confident in the beliefs that it's going to happen for you. So definitely headstrong is what I'm being told. Headstrong, headstrong. Headstrong that you will achieve that. And headstrong in refusing to let go of the past, too. Please clarify the Eight of Coins. What Sagittarius thinks is against them. Okay, now Five of Pentacles is also financial loss. But it's also insecurities. Yeah, overall, when you cover it, it's insecurities, whether it be financial instability, or it be a relationship, or you're feeling put out in the cold. You're losing grips of everything that you thought was stable, are becoming unstable to you. So, and it's change, it's alterations. So there we have your financial, could be your job. Does not feel very stable right now. And so you need to take some time to think about which path you wish to move towards so you can then be happy. King of Cups. Okay, so please clarify. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Five of Cups, Nine of Cups, Seven of Coins, and strength. And they already fell out before I could even finish all that. Moving towards taking a stand, being guarded, and not bending to other people's wills. So standing firmly in your beliefs and heading towards your destiny and what you believe you're being called towards. Yeah, being very determined to move towards them. Okay. Please clarify the Three of Wands, Three of Coins, and Nine of Swords, please. Please clarify possible outcome. Three of Wands, Three of Coins, Nine of Swords. Oh, look at that. Nine of Swords again. Ten of Cups, Nine of Swords. Stressing whether or not you're going to make that happily ever after, whether you're going to get it, which is what you called out for. And you're waiting to come in is your happily ever after, what you believe to make you happy, which is your star. You're still holding on to that. There may be some illusions or delusions that you're not seeing. And you're really conflicted about heading towards maybe this new career, this new job. You know, it's a little confusing. And it's a new beginning that's, you know, yeah, maybe a little sharp. And it comes fast towards you. You know, it just, basically what I'm hearing is it comes out of the blue at you. It just shoots in at you. But you're going to understand that there's going to be a commitment there. You'll be happy. Open up to the situation. Okay. So, yeah, don't give in. Excuse me. Don't give in to the counteractive production of your support system. What I understand, there's a retrograde occurring right now. And for Sagittarians, and I believe Capricorns and Aquarians, we are kind of all tied into that. And guess what? All three of those are my birth signs. So I'm really tied into the retrograde here. Don't quote me on that because I didn't do a full study up, but what I've heard from other tarot readers, there is a retrograde occurring. So things will seem a little shaky and unstable right now. Things will look like they're coming back at you. Your stability here, what it looks like for clarification is you're not going to let that interfere with what you believe in. You're going to stand firm and you're going to move towards that, and that's excellent. Now, your current circumstances is you're refusing to let go of the past, you personally, but you're in the Empress mode, which is awesome. You know, you're very confident, you're financially stable, you're an excellent support system, but you're refusing to let go of the past. Because you're clinging to the beliefs that you're going to get your wish. And that's not always a bad thing. But your concerns right now are your finances, on your thought process. You know, deep down inside, you still believe that you're going to attain your wish. You're going to get what you want, whatever that may be. And it may be tied into your career or your job, how you're going to achieve your finances. But you're not going to give up on that, and you're not going to let others deter you from it. However, you know, it does make you a little anxious of whether or not you're actually going to get it, because even though you believe it's going to happen and you send that manifest out, you know, you have your human side that's interfering, going, are you really going to? And I like to think of it as the devil on your shoulder. Are you really going to get that? I doubt you're really going to get it. So then you question that when, you know, the other side, the purer side, is like, you're going to get it. Just hold firm in your belief. And you know, hold firm in your belief, and it will occur. You'll manifest it. You just have to give it time and be patient. And Sagittarians, unfortunately, not very patient individuals. We want it, and we want it now. And that is one of the things, is working on patience. You know, that putting forth that effort of becoming a more patient zodiac. So at any rate, with all that being said, let's see if we can get some guidance for you here, huh? Okay, how about we just sling that right out there? All right then. So we've got the Hierophant. Understanding, taking a deep understanding of the King of Cups, of your emotions, and maintaining them, which we come back to right here. That getting a grip of your emotions and not letting them flip out of whack on you. And it can be a two-story here. A commitment to, you're committing to a King of Cups, which is Cancer energy, water element, somebody that they don't tell you how they feel, they don't share their emotions, but boy, do they have a lot of emotions. If you actually look in their eyes, you can see down into their soul how deep they really care, how truly deep their emotions really are. So that is the other story, which is fits to this of lovers, your twin, your soul bond, making a decision to go within yourself, hermit, and be determined, 5 of Swords, to move towards a better side, 6 of Swords, from the darkness to the light, so that you can then, Ace of Pentacles, begin building on that foundation, so you can work towards that 10 of Pentacles and have your forever after. But, it will be stressful, but there will be swift movement. Very much so, because we have the 8 of Wands behind that. And yeah, you will move very, very, very fast towards stability and happiness. Oh, how lovely! How very lovely. I claim this. I claim this read. My goodness, I claim this. Sagittarians, claim it. Claim it, claim it, claim it. It's a good one. Okay. All right. Let's have a look and see about the energies that are down for you here. Remember, the more major arcanas we have, the more the divine and the universe are at work. The more minor arcanas we have, the ones that I don't holler out, that's a decision that needs to be made so that the divine and universe can get in there and sweep that path for you and make it nice and clear so you can get to your goal, your wish that you are firmly believing that you're going to attain, and not being deterred from that belief. That is incredible. Okay, so we have Taurus, Libra, Aquarius, Leo. What's that one? Okay. Leo has made a couple appearances, so fire element, which of course you are. And then, yeah, Taurus again. So those are our energies out here. It looks definitely like there's some decisions that still need to be made that the divine and universe are waiting for you to settle on so that they can get to work for you. All right, so Sagittarius, I pray that this message is taken for you. I pray that this message has found who it needed to find, been delivered to those seeking information and guidance in regards to what is against you. And may you take this in, and you may so choose to take it in or disregard. Free will is a wonderful thing. But here in a couple of days, I'm going to do the February read and do my best to try to get this read out to you before the end of next week. Please be aware that my schedule has altered. That's why I'm kind of like, I claim this, because my schedule has altered as far as my job goes. And so I'm doing my best to try to find a more stable, consistent day to be able to upload your messages so that you know what day to look for your messages to come up. As of right now, I would encourage you to hit the notification bell. And, we know how that works, that sometimes you get notified, sometimes you don't. But may you get notified and continue that until probably the end of February, until you can see a more consistent basis of me putting and uploading the messages, and then you know which days to look for them. Like before, you knew to look for them Wednesday and Thursday. Now it might be more Friday, Saturday, but I'm still working that out. Okay. So with all that being said, I do look forward to being able to upload your new message and see what Spirit has to say. And until then, may all your choices and decisions be very blessed.